Hi everyone, this is Eileen from Northern Light Tarot. I hope you're all doing really well. So the title of this reading is going to be The Person on Your Mind. What are their deepest feelings for you right now? Okay, so before I get started with the reading, I did just want to give another update for you regarding my fracture in my spine. I know that I have a lot of, you out there who have been watching me do my tarot here for years, and I'm sure you'd want to know how I'm doing. So for those of you who don't know, I actually fractured my spine back in November. It was a nasty fall. I actually really injured my ankle as well. It's been a roller coaster since then. I'll just do an initial quick update as to what happened. So yeah, I fractured my spine. Somehow at the hospital, it was missed, and I was just like sent home. And then I didn't find, and that was November, and then I didn't actually find out until 30th of May that it was fractured. Now it's a thoracic 10 fracture, which is, it's about here at your waist level. It's kind of like where your thoracic goes from T1 to T12. And it is actually quite a rigid part of the spine. However, when you get to the lower thoracic part of the spine, this is where your movements come into play, because you move, you twist at the spine, don't you? So basically what's happened to me is I've basically just not known for like 6 months that this very movable end part of the thoracic spine was fractured. And there was some other things there on the MRI scan as well, saying something about end plate changes. So sort of like the areas towards the top and the bottom of that thoracic 10 vertebral body also have some changes. And then somehow as well, the whole of the thoracic spine is now dehydrated, as they put it, which basically means degenerated. And what I have read actually is that, this sort of degeneration in that thoracic part of the spine is can be unusual, because, it's such a rigid, it's the actual spine structure itself, like the, they call it like the cage is actually, because, how do I describe it? Because it is a movable part of your spine, there's quite a lot of good backup there with the ribs and stuff to keep it quite solid. So unfortunately for me, what's happened is I've walked around with a fractured spine for 6 months with no aftercare at all. Unfortunately, I do feel, clearly I'm not a doctor, but I do feel that obviously because it wasn't treated, because you'd normally have like a bracing at least for a compression fracture, which is apparently what it is. You'd normally have some bracing there, that you'd probably be expected to have, not move your spine very much and lie at a 45-degree angle, etc. for about, for anything from 4 weeks, 6 weeks, up to 12 weeks, depending on the severity of the injury. And clearly, none of that happened for me. And what I haven't told you, and this is the kind of update, is that actually things went kind of downhill. I hadn't mentioned it before. I've given you a couple of updates about my spine. I hadn't actually mentioned this part, which is that sort of mid-February time, towards the end of March, perhaps. It's all a bit of a, it's all not very clear in my mind. But around that time, my legs started to have some real problems. First of all, I couldn't get up towards the top of the stairs. I couldn't get up to the top of the stairs. But then everything progressed really, really rapidly from that point onwards, to the point where I was just, really just struggling with walking completely. I had some really awful symptoms which are still ongoing. From below the waist, So I suppose you could say from the site of the injury, sort of below the waist area, like all of that like vibrates and tingles like all of the time. But what's associated with that is this awful leg weakness. And it's just gotten like progressively worse since like so March, April, May, June. So we're like, I guess we're like 3 months into it now. And that was kind of like what made me arrive at the A&E on the 30th of May was this awful, well, it was that still got terrible pain in my back. It's awful. On top of that, but I'd been told that it must be a muscle strain. That was always wrong with me. So I was, really worried about, what's really going on with everything, really. So I'm losing my chain of thought because it has all made me very tired. Sorry. Skip ahead if you just want to see the tarot reading. Anyway, so yeah. So I was like, I've had this like awful like sensory issues like from the waist down. And on top of that, this awful weakness, like terrible weakness and pain when I've been walking, pain in my legs and this awful tingling, awful vibration. And my legs have just gotten progressively weaker and weaker and weaker. So as I say, that's why I ended up at A&E. And they did the MRI. And now this is where things get really strange because I've had like 3 different sets of medical opinion now regarding what's truly going on. The A&E, who told me my spine wasn't fractured back in November, who I went back to on the 30th of May, told me that I must speak to a neurologist because there was nothing going on in my spine that could possibly be causing the issues with my legs, even though that was the day they told me, oh, by the way, you've got a fractured spine that you didn't know about. So there was that. And then since then, 2 other medical professionals have like basically said that there are objective signs of nerve compression that are preventing me from being able to walk properly, that are causing this awful weakness, tingling, vibration, literally from the waist down, and this awful weakness in my legs. So this is kind of where I'm up to, except there's a little bit more than that as well, which is obviously I've been referred to like neurology and to orthopedics, but only with pushing things like really quite hard, I guess is the best way to describe it. I had to, point out that, things were getting really, really tough for me. And I had to go privately as well. So where I got up to, and the reason I haven't done a reading for quite a while is because approximately about, I guess, just over a week ago, I was at the point where I just could not walk and I could not stand at all. It's been awful and it's so tiring. It is so exhausting to not be able to rely on your legs. It's terrible. Sorry. So basically, it's just got so bad over the last like 2 weeks. I was at the point where I couldn't literally one foot in front of the other. My steps were so short and I was so kind of like weak and exhausted. And, obviously to be told by one person that, this has got nothing to do with your spine, go to neurology, that sets off alarm signals, doesn't it? Because you think, what's really going on with me then? Because there's some, awful, terribly, awful, things out, illnesses, I guess, the best way to describe it, that can cause, progressive loss of your legs, So anyway, sorry, I'm losing my chain of thought again because I am very tired. So let me continue. Where was I? Yeah. So it got so bad about 10 days ago. I couldn't literally get around the house. I literally could, as soon as I start to walk, this is the thing, is it's postural. It's when I stand up, that's when the symptoms come on. Okay. Now, to me, that sounds like some sort of compression on my spine, because of an instability in the vertebrae, that when I stand up, that something's getting compressed, and that's why I lose function in my legs. And this is what I've been trying. This is why I went to hospital on the 30th of May, because this is what I was trying to get across to them, that I think that it's postural. I think that there's some instability in my spine that means that when I stand up, everything's getting compressed. But it means that, like, I can't walk, all I can do now is lie down at a 45-degree angle. Obviously, they didn't take that on board. But since then, what I've discovered, because it did get so bad, I had to buy some walking aids. So I bought this thing called a rollator. If you just Google it, you'll see it. That was the first thing I bought. And with that, you naturally sort of bend over to lean on it as you walk. And I realized that as soon as I leaned over, that some of the issues started to dissipate. Some of the vibrations, some of the weakness started to dissipate somewhat. And I was like, okay, that's really good. But I hadn't really, I had put two and two together, I guess. But at the same time, it was really clunky. It was too big for the kitchen. It wouldn't fit in there. I couldn't move it from room to room very well. And I don't know, I just thought this just doesn't work for me, really. And you can't do things when you're holding on to something, if you see what I mean. When you're holding on to something that's keeping you held up and trying to walk, well, then your legs are taken up, your arms are taken up. So it kind of was really difficult to still do anything. So I was having to come away from it to try and, say, make a cup of tea or something like that. And then I'd stand straight up and the symptoms would come back. Now, I've always thought anyway that this was to do with my spine, I have to say, these leg symptoms. So anyway, then things kind of progressed somewhat more because the rollator wasn't really helping me be able to function. So then I was like, okay, and, I want to try and get out of the house and do things, because I've basically been just in the house for 7 months, really. I've barely been out. So what I did do was I just thought, right, I've got to get some independence back somehow. So I bought a wheelchair. I've bought a mobility scooter. I've treated it as though it is some form of compression. And so I followed some exercises for that. And actually, I can't say that it's a massive improvement, because it isn't. However, there is some improvement with following, say if there is something in nerve impingement going on, if I was to treat it as a cord kind of compression kind of thing, if I follow the exercises and the treatment plan for that, that's what helps. Yeah. And actually, it's made me feel now, oh my goodness, I actually might be able to get back to normal at some point. So yeah, that's the update, and it's been hellish. It's been horrible, and even now, I'm wondering, am am I right? So, my intuition obviously tells me that I am, but I kind of like just stuck in this limbo of trying to function, trying to pace myself, trying to do what's supposed to be done. And like, obviously, I'm really, really struggling. Like what I find is literally what I found is that if I lie back at like a 45-degree angle for most of the day, then I can get up and like tonight I'm coming down and I'm doing this. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's so fatiguing. It's really strange actually just how tiring it is. So if, there's my update. If there's anybody out there, who can, offer some help, advice, or if you've been through something similar, I'd really love to connect with you. I've been waffling for ages, but it's been a lot to get off my chest. And the only reason I'm smiling is because I feel like I've really figured it out for myself in the last few days. A way to just be able to do a little bit more. Yeah. So, was there anything else I wanted to say? Yes, I really want to be, much more here for you on YouTube because, this is my job. This is what I do and I love to do it. And I'm really hoping that now that by myself, I've kind of, with the help of a couple of others, I've, kind of like we're on the way to figuring out exactly what is wrong. That I can be here much more often for you. And I feel really good because I held it together. I didn't cry. And it's just been 7 months of absolute hell. There's nothing, I see. The thing is I fractured my spine in the past. I fractured it in 2009, further up at T6. And they saw the fracture straight away. They gave me really good, advice. They gave me a brace. I had a brace that I wore. I was told to lie at a 45-degree angle, to not twist. Really good, pain medications and all of that. And I was back at work 5 weeks later. Yeah, back at work. And here I am because of what's happened. It's 7 months later. And, I've been in tremendous, awful pain for 7 months and being told I've pulled a muscle. And then on top of that, it's gotten so bad that now my legs are pretty messed up. So it's just been a roller coaster, but I'm here and I'm going to do this reading now. So sorry, I do waffle. I waffle so much. So I'm really sorry about that. So let's go back to this reading now. The person on your mind. What are the deepest feelings for you right now? So let's go ahead. So, spirit guides and the universe, please can you channel your energies through me and into the cards for this reading? Thank you so much. So now, what I think is a good idea is to change the screen. So you can still see me down in the corner, but we do have these 3 sets of cards, okay? So please picture your person in your mind and choose either set of cards number 1, number 2, or number 3. So I'll just give you a moment to do that now. Okay, so let's set aside set of cards number 2 and set of cards number 3. So first of all, I can go ahead with this set of cards. Number one, the person on your mind. What are the deepest feelings for you right now? So I'm going to do a Celtic cross reading because this means we can go really, really deeply into the energies of your person. So ooh. Okay. So let's now place these cards down. So this card represents the question. Crossing card or help or hinder card. Subconscious hidden energies. Past or near past. External energies. Future or near future. Feelings. Environment. Hopes, wishes and fears, and the outcome card. Never ever to be taken in the literal sense, but to be interpreted. So, the Eight of Cups jumped out and jumped back in. So that tells me there is potentially something here to do with a regret. Okay, there's something to do with a regret for kind of like a lack of emotional honesty. Okay, that's the message I'm getting with that Eight of Cups. Let's continue. Yeah. Oh, okay. Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands. This is about internal chaos. Trauma. There's an energy of turmoil coming through here, and that really matches in with that Eight of Cups, because this is what there's something here to do with the regret about what's happened in the past. Okay, so clearly, straight away, we could potentially have a water, fire combination, Leo, Sag, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I want to take immediately just some more for this Five of Wands. More regret and coming back around energy. The Five of Wands can also represent like a certain level of competition. Now that can literally mean that, are you with somebody else? Are they with somebody else right now? There's unfinished business. This is it. Unfinished connection, okay? Yeah, seeking justice, seeking balance. It was stolen, Seven of Swords. It was stolen, but who created it? Because with this Five of Wands, with the Eight of Cups, it's their deep knowledge and knowing that they created the whole situation. Okay? They created this. And it's kind of like they know deep down they've been served their justice. Now, for some of you, I'm getting that you could be with somebody else, but also they could be with somebody else, and they're really, all they can do is think about you. They're really, really not happy yet, okay? It's kind of like now. it's truly sinking in some way. They want to try again with you. Six of Wands. This is about things that are hidden coming out. It's about things being brought to light, but in a very profound way. The 5 to the 6 of Wands. It tells me that they're in internal chaos and turmoil, and they just want to let everything out. Okay? The Fool is hidden. Ace of Pentacles in the past. Oh, yeah. It's powerful stuff here, you see. They're still... they've still got everything kind of like under wraps. They want to make you a literal offer of a new beginning. They absolutely feel that this is destined. The Wheel of Fortune. The thing is that the Fool is hidden. And now it's about bringing out this full energy, placing it on top of the 6 of Wands. It's about taking the big leap. Okay? I want to take some more in this past position. Ten of Swords. Endings. Yeah. Page of Wands. Yeah. They destroyed this and they know it. That is the message for, if this is resonating for you, they betrayed you. But the thing is that they know they betrayed themselves. There's something here about an ending, and they immediately wanted to reach out to you right afterwards. Passionately. And they didn't. It's something to do with their false front, facade, immaturity. They couldn't open up to you. And all that we've got now is true regret. True regret. 7 to the 8 of Cups. Instead of coming forwards to you, they walked away. That's why we had the 8 of Cups right at the beginning. And now they're in deep, deep regret. We got a whole big message here for some of you out there. Oops. Okay, so going forwards, obsessed. Obsessed with you. Let's take some more. Let's take some for this devil energy. Okay. They're not letting you go. They're obsessed with you inside of their mind. They miss you. 5 of Cups. They love you. They're lost without you. Six of Pentacles. With the Magician. So, this is about movement. This is about giving more. This is about opening up and bringing it all out into the open. 6 of Pentacles over the 6 of Wands with the Magician. This and then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So we've got a build-up of the energies. Because the Magician is like so much more powerful than the Ace of Pentacles, but they're both quite similar energies in the fact that they're about building, manifesting, creation. Okay? Choices. Now, this could be to do with who they're with now. They've got choices to make in love. right there in their feelings. Yeah, they're getting deep, as in what they were denying and disconnecting from. Time has created like a whole new like energy going on for them about what, who in their life has truly made them happy, and it's you. Now it's about them truly wanting to create the environment, it's about creating the connection with you. It's about setting sail on that journey to you. It's all about regret, sorrow, and reaching a point in their life where they know they've got to now follow their heart and open up, okay? Travel towards you. Making plans. Want to come towards you. Now, you're a strong character. That's just come through straight away. And I feel like you're this Queen of Wands. They've got a lot to show to you now. They've got a lot to truly, they've really got to show up in your life in the right way. And they know this. They're making plans. But they are scared. Let's take some cards of guidance for you. Six of Cups, you feel it too. Three of Pentacles. Okay, now what I'm getting here is the connection between you two. It's so clear to me. It's powerful. Got soulmate energy here. We've got lots of energies here. Okay, we've got soulmates. We've also got like twin flame energy. We've got it all going on. Now, the message from Spirit is proof, actions. There's something here about words are not enough. There's got to be actual action. That's your message from Spirit, okay? Yeah. Because it's about forward movement. It's got to happen. Okay, so now. Okay, before I take this final card, I just want to quickly mention, if you'd ever like a personal reading with me, all of those details are in the description box below. Book via Etsy or PayPal. And I do offer a reading with a 24-hour turnaround. And also, you can also book through my website, Northern Light Tarot. And if you found this reading helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified of my next reading. And I should say, my website is northernlighttarot.com. I forgot to mention that bit. So let's take a look. The Emperor. Okay. So this can be a positive energy in the way that I'm seeing, like the major arcanas we're getting here are really strong. Okay. And in a good way, in a positive way. So I like this. Because this is about taking a stand, and like just being very powerful in the energies and in the decisions, okay? So I see a way forwards here. And obviously, you know, you could go back on the video just to listen to your guidance, okay, again. So now I'm going to move on to set of cards number 2. Okay, so this set of cards, number 2, the person on your mind, what are their deepest feelings for you right now? This is a beautiful stone, isn't it? Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle this deck several times. Okay, so now let's split this deck and place these cards down. So this card represents the question, crossing card or help or hinder card, subconscious hidden energies, past or near past, external energies, future or near future, feelings, environment, hopes, wishes and fears, and the outcome card, never ever to be taken in the literal sense, but to be interpreted. So let's go ahead. 10 of Wands. Okay. Now, this can be, I always say, never be worried about the scary looking cards. So now, this can represent a breakthrough, okay? So let's take some more. And actually, you know, set of cards number 1 was also very much about, how do I describe it? Movement forwards and like quite transformative energies, okay? So let's continue. Oh, there it is. Ace of Cups, the breakthrough. Now, we have a fire-water combination, which I think we also had in set of cards number 1. So that's just for some of you, okay? Leo, Sag, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We've got passion here. Your person is very passionate about you. It's just been hot and cold, okay? So it's been an off and on kind of connection. This person's in love with you. I'm just getting the energy they can't handle things very well. Okay, let's continue. 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's things to overcome here. 10 of Swords. Okay. Your person is absolutely in love with you. There is no doubt about that. You know, I'm getting like 2 kind of scenarios coming through. and or even more, because the Seven of Wands represents kind of like some form of obstacle or barrier, okay? But there's more than one of them, okay? And then we see the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Wands. You two could have split. Your person could truly just be too afraid right now to cross the threshold to enter into a full, deep commitment with you. However, that's exactly what they want with you. Okay? Let's take a look at this past position. They miss you, yeah. This came through in set of cards number 1 as well. It may be worth you, going back, taking a look, because we've got deep love here, okay? There's no doubt about the fact that they love you. They miss you. There's seems to be inside of their mind right now a lot in the way of that's preventing them being with you. But they want to overcome the barriers and the obstacles. The High Priestess. This tells me that now is the time. There's something about now is the time to bring things out into the open. And yet somewhere along the line, due to where they are inside of their mind right now, they're not able to cross the threshold. They want to surpass and go beyond the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands towards the Ace of Cups. Let's continue. Nine of Wands. Yeah, everything is... Oh, it's everything's coming to a point of like the energies are building up so intensely that they're about to boil over. That's what I get with this Nine of Wands here in the hidden. Oh my goodness. External energy, the devil. So there's something here about obsession. And I always say, please don't be worried about these scary looking cards. They represent energy. And it's all about the message being brought out into the open. Okay, that's why we get certain stronger cards in certain areas in a tarot reading. It's just so that you know that there's something powerful right there in that part, okay? And, what we get here is a bubbling up effect, like the energies are about to boil over, okay? Because we have the devil energy in the external. Yes, it is a scary looking card, but it's very kind of passionate too, okay? And it tells me that there's an element of denial going on here as well. Because in the past position, we've got the Five of Cups, which is emotion. And then externally here, we've got complete obsession. And yet deep down in the hidden, we've got this kind of like, almost like barrier. And you see, what needs to happen with your person is they need to put all of the energies together, which is what the High Priestess would do and can do. And they can do it as well. This is about what you really, really know to be true. And what they know to be true is that they love you and they miss you. Six of Cups. We've got a lot of repeats from set of cards number 1. It may be worth you going back to look. Six of Cups. They're going to come towards you. Okay. Now, take this reading as it resonates, because everything that's been said so far could literally just represent their inner turmoil regarding the full-on profound kind of feeling that they have for you and how it's whipping up a storm within them. Okay. So take that on board. This could represent they haven't seen you since last week. Okay. So as I say, always take it as it resonates. Because what we've got here is a feeling of always they feel like they've always known you. It's kind of like you're the missing piece to the puzzle. That's a beautiful message that just came through. You're the missing piece to the puzzle. Okay. The Moon, they don't know how to handle it. Queen of Swords. Yeah. What's truly going on with them that's preventing them from showing up here? Okay. Needing to be in control because of something that's happened in the past to them. Now, this could relate to you two having fallen out. It could also relate to what's happened to them in the past, separate from you. So, let's continue. Queen of Pentacles. They just want to hold you. They are their own biggest barrier to this connection. It's about them taking steps towards you and not being too scared to walk through that door, okay? This is their hopes, wishes, and fears. It's kind of like this is what they hope for. This is what they wish for. It's also what they're fearful of, because it makes them vulnerable. The Nine of Cups. The wish card in love. So I'm going to take this final card now. Before I do, I just want to quickly mention, if you'd ever like a personal reading with me, all of those details to book are in the description box below. You can book via Etsy, PayPal, or my website, northernlighttarot.com. I don't know if I mentioned I offer readings with a 24-hour turnaround. And also, if you found this reading helpful, I'd be so grateful for that thumbs up. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified of my next reading. And we have the Lovers. Beautiful. Major Arcana. So, be in no doubt that they love you. Now it's about choices and decisions to take a big step, in the right direction, and turn what really truly is coming in here as like an ultimate dream of you into reality. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to set of cards number 3. Okay. So right now I'm moving on to this set of cards number 3. The person on your mind. What are their deepest feelings for you right now? So let's go ahead here. we've had a couple of very intense readings so far. Let's see what comes through for this final set of cards. So, this card represents the question, crossing card or help or hinder card, subconscious hidden energies, past or near past, external energies, future or near future, feelings, environment, hopes, wishes and fears, and the outcome card. Never ever to be taken in the literal sense, but to be interpreted. So, sorry, my spine's hurting again. I'm just going to have to stretch a little. Sorry. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, I like it. The Hierophant. So this is about stability. You know, the Hierophant can be represented by literal churches, marriage. Okay. So let's take some more immediately. You know, it's about stability. It's about you are, there's something here about an inner knowing that you're the one, okay? It's all that sort of energy, okay? It's rock solid. Okay. Let's take some more. Nine of Wands. Okay, I like this. Okay. The World. And the King of Wands. Okay, let's take this past position. Oh, yeah. I like this, you know, because persistence, what it is, right? Okay, what I get about your person, right, is something's happened to them in the past, but they didn't give up on love. And then they met you. And now they know. Okay? Now they know what it's really about. And we've got the world energy is about success. It's about the ultimate completion. And the King of Wands is about being very assured, very sure. It's about taking action in a positive way. And, you know, like I say, the only kind of like difficult energy that we have is this Nine of Wands, but sometimes it's not even negative at all, because it can be about a barrier, but it can also be about persistence through adversity. Okay? Because what I'm getting here is whatever it is that's happened, yeah? They are sure about you. And there's something here regarding soulmate energy, about feeling that inner knowing. There's something here about the fact that you two may not even have known each other for very long, or you don't see each other very often, but they know that you're the one. Let's continue. They're terrified of losing you, of losing this chance with you, this opportunity with you. They don't even need to think about it. They don't even need to think about how sure they are about you. They just don't want to lose you. Because the Two of Pentacles is hidden. There is no, they don't need to figure things out. They already know how they feel about you. Could be an earth, water combination, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here. Somebody that you've met fleetingly. Earth, fire combination. Fire, yeah. Oh, now I can't remember. I think it was set of cards number 2. but it could have been set of cards number 1. This card showed up in exactly the same spot in the reading. So go back and take a look. The Wheel of Fortune. They feel it's absolutely destined. It's meant to be. And that's what's been coming through here. Let's continue. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, I like this. Ace of Wands. Dream big. They're dreaming big about you. You're the dream. They're literally dreaming about you. This is about passion and new beginnings. I love it. I'm going to take some more. Justice. Okay. Empress. Oh my goodness. 3 major arcanas. Okay. Something's truly gonna be happening here, okay? And I love Justice with the Hierophant, because this is all about balance and stability and the way things should be. And then we have big decisions, like life-changing decisions, transformative, with the Empress, which is about absolute manifestation, fertility, growth. The month of September, Virgo. It's all here. Let's continue. Oh, yeah. You see, 5 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Gonna do battle for you. What's happened in the past? What's going on here? Let's take some more. I saw the moon then. It feels like they missed a chance with you in the past. Did someone... Yeah, like they missed a chance. Yeah, they missed a chance with you in the past. For some of you, like they really wanted to ask you out, but then somebody else stopped that. I'm seeing something about friendship groups, and I'm seeing something about someone who causes trouble. Okay, that's just a message for some of you there. Okay. There's something about a friend not really being a friend. Okay, so be careful about that. You know, this is a message for you actually that's coming through. There could have been like a mutual friend or somebody more on your side that could have disrupted this. Or there's just somebody around you or them that is very friendly, but they're just not your friend, okay? So just always trust your intuition on that, okay? Read between the lines, because your intuition will always serve you correctly, okay? Oh, this also came out in the same position in set of cards number 1 or 2. This is good. This is about respecting one's own truth. And it's right here in the environment. So that's fantastic. And I love this because this is the precipice. This is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's in the hopes, wishes, and fears sector. Okay? So I feel like there's a new journey here inside of their mind for you two. And it feels like what I'm getting here is they're going to be following through on their feelings regards you, okay? It's very powerful. New journeys, big decisions, movement. Making it work against adversity. And I just got something about a long distance relationship as well, which has just come through really powerfully. And that also relates to the last set of cards. It's just come through now. That was about a long distance relationship also, for some of you. So now I'm going to take this final card. Before I do, I just want to quickly mention, if you'd ever like a personal reading with me, all of those details to book are in the description box below via Etsy, PayPal, or my website, northernlighttarot.com. I also offer readings with a 24-hour turnaround. So now I really want to take this final card, but I always forget to mention, if you have found the reading helpful, I'd be so grateful for that thumbs up. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified of my next reading. So we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, don't stress. We look at what we see. And what do we see? 10 of Swords, Judgment, and Tower. We look at what messages come through from that immediately. These are all related, clearly. We look at the blackness of this card, and this card. Okay? So how does this all come together? What I'm getting, and especially on top of the 5 of Swords and this 3 of Cups, what I'm getting here is sometimes to be truly truthful to yourself, it means kind of having to cut ties with what doesn't work for you so that you can be true for what does work for you. Okay? And there is something here in this reading which is about a big decision. Okay? It's about knowing what the heart wants. And it could actually just mean, that something's got to give in their life and their life situation in order for them to fulfill their heart's desire with you. Okay, that is what's coming through. I want to take some more, however, for this 10 of Swords. Because we've got some big energy here. Because we got the Justice, the Empress, and Judgment with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is very much a dream state. It's before the true action, even though they want to take it clearly with this King of Wands. But something's got to give here beforehand. Let's take some more. Oh, and there it is. So, for some of you, it's because they're with somebody else right now. And that could even relate to this, the three of Cups with the 3 of Swords. Choices in love. 9 of Cups. To get to the goal. The ultimate goal. The actual, true, beautiful connection that is full, balanced, and secure. And that's you, 10 of Cups. It's all just come through. It's crazy the way these cards have come out tonight for all 3 sets of cards. It's been very, very powerful. So there we go. I'll leave it there. And I just want to also just mention, if you did watch my waffle fest at the beginning of this reading regarding my spine. Thank you for getting through it, because I did waffle. I checked and it was 20 minutes long, so I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so I'll leave the reading there, and I really hope that you found it helpful. Okay then, bye.